welcome back to ECFF Studios. My name's T-Dot. I'm here with Anthony and Steven of the ECFF staff. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to Dunphy and Carl of the ECFF staff. They both have swine flu, so I hope they recover quickly from that.
You're in our prayers.
Our prayers out to them.
Definitely.
Week 6 is in the books. Couple good games, couple blowouts, not so good games, but all the less, we're driving down towards the playoffs, and things are starting to take shape a little bit. Who are you most impressed with this week, Anthony?
Most impressed with, he's had a quiet season, but Jarrell was unreal this week. I think he had 11 catches in 2 games.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, my impress. Yeah, probably. Well, my impress is definitely with Rit. Like right in the beginning of the season, he really didn't show up too much, but this week, big game against Ruckus, and then also destroyed X.
Yeah. Wildcard is definitely charging to make a playoff run. I'm impressed with them also. But the Spartans, blowout of the EP Ballers, and I know it's the EP Ballers, but you got to be able to win those games big, just like they did. Pig was outstanding, 5 all-around touchdowns, and I don't think the EP got 1 first down. Maybe they got 1, but it was pretty ugly. They couldn't move the ball at all. So I'm impressed with the Spartans after this week. Who are you most disappointed with?
Most disappointed has to be Donnie. He had a crucial interception, a chance to win at the end, couldn't do it. His team was undefeated. First big test of the season, and they failed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mine is with X. They were talking a lot of junk, we should say, and they went up against Wildcard, who they say they would have destroyed. They didn't. They got smacked. And then they went up against Savage Saints and won by 6 points. So, what happened, guys? You didn't show up.
Yeah. I'm disappointed with Ruckus also. I mean, 5-0 start, they were looking like one of the front runners in the league, but as soon as they got that semi-tough game, they couldn't really capitalize and get a win out of it. Also, one of the things I'm more disappointed with that happened in the whole season, really, J-Max attire. The referee, those Arizona shorts were pretty terrible, but, you know, I'm sure next week you're not going to make that mistake, so I'm disappointed with J-Max.
Also disappointed, the ice cream truck showed up like 3 hours late. I was thirsty. Gotta get on time next week.
You know, Dunphy would have had like 4 lemonades by the time.
Yeah, actually showed up.
Yeah.
Definitely. We were parched.
Yeah, it was hot out. Okay, let's go to a couple other questions here. What do you guys think? Is Wildcard the real deal? 2 big wins. They're looking good.
I think Wildcard has been the real deal all season. First game they played Silverback, second Untouchables. That was a tough game, but besides that, they've been looking really good.
Yeah, they are the real deal. I just don't think they're going to make a strong playoff run. That's it. I think
they have one of the best defenses in the league.
Well, things right now, the league itself is a lot more competitive than it was
Both teams would be put ahead of them.
I'll put the Gators, Shikoni 1, Untouchable, Silverbacks.
And besides that, I don't see any team beating them besides them.
Warren, maybe.
Warren could beat them. I think Outcast has a chance as well.
It's tough. It's a very, very competitive league this session. But yeah, I can't see anything stopping Wildcard from this point out. They got all the momentum in the world. Rit has been playing sensational. Everyone was kind of dogging him the first couple of weeks, but he played 2 of the better teams in the league. So
keep getting the ball to Jarrell.
Yeah, Jarrell. They need to keep getting the ball to Jarrell because he's been performing as well.
Jarrell's outstanding.
Ruckus, we just talked about him. Should they be nervous? Can they get it back on track? They've got the next 2 weeks, correct me if I'm wrong, Silverbacks
And then
Untouchables. So it's going to be tough, honestly. I don't necessarily see them winning any of those games. That's going to be 3 losses in a row.
I feel the same way. I still think they're a good team, but I don't think they're an elite team anymore.
I was saying it for a while. I think that they're one of the more overrated teams in the league. They had a weak schedule. Their first test against Wildcard, they lost. Then they're going to go up against Silverbacks. I'm going to predict a loss on that one.
A big loss, blowout.
I don't know about a blowout. They only let up 14 points the whole season, but... So, yeah, I don't
the first good team they played, though, the 14 points.
That's true.
Yeah. Interesting question here. Jeff Costa of the Untouchables. He's been playing great all season.
Yeah.
Well, he's been playing on and off greatness all season. Does he need to be more selective with his throwing? He's throwing the ball to the other team a lot. It seems a little careless when he gets up big. Is that going to hurt them? Will the Untouchables be able to make a deep playoff run with Jeff Costa at quarterback?
I think so. I think he's the second best quarterback in the league. Sometimes...
Second to who?
No one.
Sorry.
But sometimes he makes little crazy decisions, but...
feel like with Jeff Costa, he throws up a lot of ducks at times. If he's running too much, if they get a lot of pressure on him, he'll throw up those ugly balls. He is second in the league right now with interceptions, but first with touchdown passes, I believe. So.
My feelings with Jeff Costa is, and Jeff, I love you, you're my bud. I feel like once they get up big on a team that they know they're gonna blow out, he's just trying to put up points. I mean, that's okay, but if that mentality is gonna carry into the games where it's gonna be closer, that might cause a problem. But I mean, Untouchables are firing on all cylinders, and it doesn't look like anyone's gonna slow them down anytime soon. So
They all slow themselves down.
yeah, well, we'll see.
And bad coaching by Chris will slow him down.
Yeah, the Jerry Jones, we'll see.
His play call just sometimes.
It's just outrageous.
Alright, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get another segment after this, so stay tuned.
Go Backs.
I got that power. I got that power. I got that power. Power.
Alright, welcome back. UCFF Studios, T. Anthony, the two best analysts on the whole UCFF staff, of course, coming at you with the power rankings. Top 5 who we believe have all the momentum and are doing well, I guess. Number 5. Who's your number 5 in your power rankings, Ant?
Number 5, I'm going with Ciccone 1. I'm bad at writing, as you know.
Anthony cannot write, so
They've been winning lately. Haven't been that impressive though, in my opinion, the past couple weeks. That's why they're dropping to 5.
I've finally, I've gotten over this thing where I don't think Warren's that good. I finally have to start giving Warren the respect. J-Ro's got the boys rolling. They got number 5.
Very good. At number 4, I've been rolling with this team since week 1, but they played my favorite team week 1. Wild card. All along, people are like, oh, wild card ain't the same anymore. I still think they're an elite team. They've been proving it lately.
I gotta agree. Number 4, I got wild card. All the momentum in the world. 4 wins in a row. They're gonna be rolling.
Yep. At number 3, going with the Gators. Once again, they got another win versus a very good team without a Borden even play this week, and they still got the win versus Outcast. But at the time, they haven't looked that impressive, so that's why I have them at number 3 instead of higher.
I'm with you. I got Gators at number 3. They keep winning, but it's not in as convincing fashion as perhaps the top 2 teams where we got, so that's why they're down there.
At number 2, rolling with Untouchables, number 2. Good win this week, 24-0 versus pretty bad team, but I can't argue you guys are number 2. Playing great.
And I'm not done. So I'm going to have Silverbacks at number 2, where they should be. Great team. No one can argue that. But the fact that you even have them above Untouchables is kind of ridiculous to me. No one's playing better than Untouchables right now, and no one has even come close. Whatever, just go.
Here we go. Silverbacks, this is what you do to a bad team, Untouchables. You don't beat them 24-0, you beat them 40-0. Silverbacks, number 1. Bam.
Anything else?
Yes. Untouchables win versus them was a fluke. So Untouchables are a great team. Love the guys on the team, but I still think Silverbacks are the best team in the league. Sorry.
Yeah, Untouchables, they're obviously not as good as the Silverbacks. They only beat them by 3 touchdowns. They're the best team in the league right now, and that puts them number 1 in the power rankings.
Can't argue with that, but I just think Silverbacks are the best team.
So you can't argue with that. I mean, you argue with us about every day about it, but you can't argue with it right now?
I could. I'm just saying. The Untouchables did beat them convincingly. Silverbacks didn't play their best. And let's not forget, the Untouchables, their offense didn't have that great of a game versus Silverbacks defense. The score you'll be like, oh wow, they must have killed them. Wrong.
3 weeks later.
Pick sixes happened.
To justify it.
The pick sixes made the score look worse. Norm will never do that again. Guarantee it.
Alright, for myself, a sincere apology and shout out to Ciccone 1. You guys are obviously legends, but just going on momentum and power of the teams and how it's building, I had to throw you guys out.
Yeah,
But
shout
don't
out to
worry, you're still top 3 or 4 in the league to me.
And sorry, Warren, I couldn't put you in the top 5 this week. Too many great teams this session.
It's tough. You guys have to understand, I'm sure you're going to drill us about this, but there's about 7 or 8 teams that we can put in this top 5 at any time. So
Definitely.
if we left you out, sorry, but get over it. When we get back, we're going to be going over predictions for next week, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back again. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Myself, Steven, and Anthony, we're going to go into predictions for for Week 7's upcoming games. My bad, I messed that up. We're going to go around the table. First game, Wildcard and Kingpins. Who you got?
I look for Wildcard to continue playing great and winning a blowout.
Can't disagree with that. Kingpins can't score. They can't even move the ball.
Should be a big win for Wildcard with all the momentum they got right now. Kingpins can't get
Yes,
anything
sir.
going. X and the Stingrays.
I think X is going to win, but I think it will be a close game.
X, they have to pull this one off.
Yeah.
You can't talk all that talk that they were saying and then lose. You know, it's just embarrassing.
To the Stingrays, yeah. Stingrays just another one of those teams that haven't really been able to get much going. So yeah, I'm taking
Larry
X.
is good though.
I'm taking X in that one though. Brick Squad and Relentless could be a good game to watch.
Yeah, I think that will be a competitive game. I see Relentless to pull that one off.
Brick Squad, I like those guys. Their defense is good, but they're just another team that can't score. If Mike Medeiros was on that team though, different story.
Brick Squad's quarterback Jay Rutt had a good game this last week. So maybe they'll be able to keep that going. Their offense might be able to put some points on the board. I look for Brick Squad in the upset. I think their defensive intensity is going to propel them to a win. Untouchables and Young Guns.
I think the Untouchables, the Young Guns always play them good, but I think this time will be different. I think they're going to win by a couple scores.
I also think the Untouchables are going to win, but not by as big of a margin as people will assume.
The Untouchables defense is obviously very athletic and good. The Young Guns offense is obviously not doing great. So I'll be surprised if the Young Guns even put up any points. I think Untouchables win by a lot. Ruckus and Silverbacks, one of the better games this week. And
And the Silverbacks will not forget what happened versus Ruckus last session. Their worst loss I've ever seen. I think Silverbacks are going to come out and kill them.
Yeah, can't really disagree with that.
I'm kind of still on this Ruckus bandwagon, you may want to say. I think they're a lot better than other people think. Their defense is stellar, or has been up until this last week.
No defense is stellar versus Norm.
The Untouchables defense was.
Lies.
But
Norm did move the ball when he had to.
He did. They just couldn't score.
I think Ruckus will hold them, but I don't know if they'll.
Well, if they hold them, they're going to get flags.
That's true.
I think they'll hold them to not a typical Norm performance where he throws 4 touchdowns. I think
it'll be typical.
I think it'll be closer than that, but Silverbacks should be able to get the win. Ciccone won in WTF.
Wow, that's going to be a dreadful game. 35-0 with Ciccone.
Well, obviously Jacone's going to win that one. But that little boy for WTF, Kiki?
Yeah.
Kiki's the man. He's really good.
He's good.
He's actually a teenager, but
That's true. I guess
he's a man.
true.
I mean, I like WTF. They've got some good players, and I mean, they're still obviously a ways away from getting to that next level.
Still a new team, relatively new team.
Yeah, so I gotta take Ciccone there for a big win. EP Ballers and Gators.
Wow, Gators. Gonna destroy them. It's
Yeah.
gonna be another dreadful game.
EP's going to get blown out again, which is going to suck for them, but...
It might be worse than this week, and that's just unimaginable.
Yeah, I agree. Gators should win big. Ciccone 2 on the Saints.
I like Ciccone 2 to win this game. They were playing decently before this last loss to Young Guns, so I think they'll get back on track this week.
I'm going Saints all day. Saints, they're flying under the radar. They're not the best team, but they're not. But they are doing good. They have
Are they
2 wins.
by their 2-point performances last week?
Well, they got 2 wins, more than a lot of other people could say.
I guess he's right. I'm not a big fan of the Saints team. From what I've seen, they really haven't been able to get anything going. I like Ciccone too to pull this upset off. Warren and sound effects. And
Sound effects has been. I'm still shocked at how bad they've been this season. I think Warren is going to win big.
I'm not really shocked at how bad they've been. When you look at their team, they really don't have too much talent.
They don't, but just seeing them once in that tournament.
Yeah, that's why.
They look like they could have been a good team.
Warren is going to smack them. J-Rose is going to tear them apart.
Warren is rolling. Huge win over WTF.
Yeah.
They're still flying under the radar, like you said. It's crazy because they're a really good team. So
Very good.
we'll see. Then another good game here too. Last game of the day is going to be Outcast and Spartans.
I can't wait for that one. Oh, Pig's going to play good, but I think Outcast is going to get a win. Yeah. They played the Gators really tough.
The Outcast has really good defense, but
They
I think Pig will be able to score at least once on them, and that might be all he needs to.
Yeah, I mean, I love Pig. I just don't know if he'll be able to put up the same kind of performance he did against EP, against Outcast. I don't know if they're going to have enough offensive firepower to get the win. I think Outcast might pull that one out. What do you got for a play to watch for this upcoming week?
Player to watch for this upcoming week is the whole Still with X team. Because that loss to Ruckus last session was devastating. So watch out for them to put a beat down.
Alright. I'm going with Bay versus the Gators. He's playing against his old team that did him dirty. I wouldn't say did him dirty, but he didn't get much burnout with that team. So he's gonna want to have a big game. But I just want to see if he could do it or not.
Yeah, I feel like Bays has the utmost respect for the Gators, but he's going to want to come out and do his thing. I got to go with Lorenzo, Chaconi's running back, who's been dominating the league. No one's even touching him in running back stats. He's playing WTF. That could get really ugly.
He's going to have like 12 flag pulls.
I can see Lorenzo with 3 rushing touchdowns. Alright guys, another good show. We're heading into week 7. Quick note here. Some of you may have heard through the grapevine about the little incident that happened this last Sunday with the player with the glued flags. Ridiculous, really. Everyone's out there to have a good time and compete. There's absolutely no room for cheating in this league. Chris and Rodney are still going through the matters and trying to see what they're going to do, but there will be punishments for that. Don't do it. We're all out there for a good time, so we don't want to say anything like that. Don't ruin the league and degrade it. Another note, June 7th, 2013, this Friday, is the 2nd annual all-white Billy Jones Memorial event. Rest in peace to Billy Jones, everyone from the ECFF family.
Jones.
Yeah, that's going to be at Platforms in Providence from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m., $10 admission. It's going to be a good time. A lot of the players went last year. Should be a good time. So,
one quick shout out to Norm. Thanks for cleaning up the field for us.
yes,
Wow.
definitely.
Very appreciated.
And Toback Style was not the game. It's Chris. He scheduled the game too late. I had to leave.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't care that much.
You'll see him on the sideline this week, though.
But, alright guys, thanks for tuning in again. Can't wait to see you guys all out in the field. Have a good week, everyone.
Go back.
See you out there.